Welcome to Head On. I am Bennett Joshua, reaching you live from our studios here in Abuja. Once again, the Nigerian Labour Congress is asking the federal government to scale up the take-home pay of workers. Their argument that the current national minimum wage does not reflect the realities of the day. Will the government listen? How far is Labour willing to push the government this time? And what exactly is the logic behind the demand for an increase in national minimum wage? Is Labour serious about the current clamor for an increase? And if Labour is, what exactly is the push? Greed, reality, and then more on the decision of, as we look at the 18 currently being government, 500 naira of our population today after this break. Stay with me.
A decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our territory is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
Thank you for staying with Head On. The National Minimum Wage Act of 2011 increased the salary of the average Nigerian worker from the 5,500 naira it was in 2004 to 18,500 naira in 2011. After the 2011 review, government and Labour signed up to a 5-year review of the national minimum wage, which means government working hand with Labour ought to review the wage in 2016. Labour says that modern-day Nigeria makes it excruciating, to say the least, to peg the new minimum wage at 52,500 naira, which it was demanding. It is saying pay Nigerian workers 66,500 naira. But unlike last year's peaceful May Day rally, unlike this year's peaceful May Day rally, that of 2017 was almost cancelled as workers became unruly, blaming government and Labour leaders of undermining their welfare. And before the end of 2017, government and March this year, 2018, that same committee set up a tripartite committee to come as Labour or as Labour to listen to the demands of the Nigerian worker. The fact remains that in all, the economic realities of today does not give room for 18,500 the load not just of an individual, of an entire family. Take for instance, a man with a wife, 3 children, perhaps they're secondary schools, or even perhaps they're in tertiary institutions, and you expect that that man with 18,500 naira should be able to pay rent, to be able to do a whole lot of things. No, of course he can't. And Labour say If the average member of the House of Representatives or even the Senate at the National Assembly is going home with millions in a month, what stops government, being the largest employer of labor, from reviewing the salary of the average Nigerian worker? Or is it a case of while all animals are equal, some are more equal than the others? This will form the focus of the next segment of this show when we return from this break.
The working condition is still dismal. People are earning what you cannot call living wages. In the face of the spiraling inflation that you have, 18,000 naira as minimum wage can't take you home.
And the realization of the revival is not far-fetched. It only requires reasonable time to remedy the maladministration that has been put forth and for the change so desired by all of us to occur. I will not make excuses for this government, and we shall evolve solutions for emerging threats to our well-being and the realization of sustainable development, as well as growth anchored on equity and social justice.
Welcome back to Head on Television Nigerian. Established that the needless to say, the Nigerian, unlike his counterpart in other parts of the world, is grappling with an economy, a domestic economy that cannot see the light of the next day if things remain the way they are. I earlier established before we went on break that the average school fees in preschools in Nigeria, especially in Abuja, is 35,000 naira. Of course, above the 18,500 paid by government as the minimum national minimum wage. And you walk away from preschools, you go into the primary school. The average school fees paid by parents is 20,000 naira for government school or so. Then you go to the tertiary institution. There are tertiary institutions in the country where, of course, you could argue that the standard of education is relatively better than what you have in public schools. These schools collect nothing less than 100,000 naira as tuition for a session. Then for parents that earn 18,000 naira a month, how do you do the mathematics? Who pays the tuition and from where? Who takes care of medical bills? Who takes care of hospital bills? Who takes care of feeding? And who takes care of accommodation? More so in an economy that you don't have a handle on the inflation rate. Who can tell what tomorrow will come up with? Will tomorrow come up with the price of premium motor spirit shooting beyond 145 naira to probably 300 naira? Or will tomorrow come up with the price of tomato, of course, in the open market, shooting beyond perhaps 300 naira for what they call a cup? What exactly will tomorrow bring into this Nigeria? Which is why I believe Labour is saying the time has come for government to consider the plight of the Nigerian worker and do a review. Scale it up. Even the 62,000 naira or 65,000 naira is still not a take-home pay. It doesn't take you home. Not in a city like Abuja. Without a car, 62,000 naira is your transport fare for the month. Even if you live in a village, 62,000 naira cannot get you an accommodation. At least, not even to talk of a decent accommodation. This is a society where you buy virtually everything. That, of course, is the reality of the Nigerian economy. And it requires the government to do the needful. As no Nigerian worker who relies on 18,000 naira and who has a family or even a child can live a fairly balanced life. Our show today, of course, is a short one, as we must apologize that our list of guests could not make it for one reason or the other. But the fact remains that the conversation has to continue as to the need for government to do the needful, as to the need for government to move away from the entire conversation of a committee, a tripartite committee, or whatever form of committee. We must insist that the time has come for the needful to be done, and that time is now. That's been it on Head on Television Nigeria. Until I come your way again on Monday, same time, many thanks to all those who contributed in one way or another to make today's show a success.